everybody. Hello, hello. Welcome to Make It Monday. My name is Alejandra. I am a librarian here at the Chicago Public Library, and I'm actually a STEAM librarian. I'm a member of the STEAM team, and we do a lot of really fun STEAM programs for the kids. So today, I'm going to show you a very fun experiment that you can do at home. It is called Gummy Bear Osmosis. So the fun thing is you get to use gummy bears. So the things you are going to need are obviously some gummy bears. I just went to Dollar Tree and got these Haribo ones, but whichever ones you like. You are also going to need 4 clear cups. I also got these from Dollar Tree. There's 4 of these. You're going to need a marker. I would suggest a ruler, a pen, some paper, a tablespoon, or you can just use a regular spoon, and some sugar, some vinegar, some salt, and some room temperature water. So what we're going to do today is we are going to see how these gummy bears change based on the liquid that they have been kind of sitting in. So this is an experiment that is not fast. It takes about 12 to 18 hours to really see the results, but I'm going to show you how to set it up, and then I'm going to show you some examples. So the first thing you want to do is label your cups. So 1 cup is going to be just water. So if you want to do this just directly on the cup, or if you want to use masking tape or anything like that, if you have glass cups, go ahead and do that. But it's very important that we label our cups. So this one is water. So I'm just going to put a W. The next one is going to be a saltwater solution. So just write salt. The next one will be a sugar solution, so just write sugar. And the last one will be pure vinegar, so you could just put a V or write out vinegar if you'd like. Okay. Then what you're going to do next is you're going to pick 4 gummy bears. I like to pick different colors, so I'm going to do a green one, a red one, a yellow one, and a orange one. That way I can tell the difference. And this is where our pen and paper come in. So I have a piece of paper here, and I'm just going to write that my water cup, so just water, is going to have the red gummy bear. So I just put water, I'm going to put red gummy bear. Then the saltwater solution, so I'm just going to write salt, is going to have the green gummy bear. So just make a note of that. Then the sugar water will have a yellow gummy bear. So sugar is going to have yellow gummy bear. And the vinegar will have my orange gummy bear. This will really help keep track, and when you see the really cool results, you can make your comparisons and really see the difference. So this is what I have. I have my which gummy bear colors are going to be in which solutions. Then if to really make this scientific, you are going to measure each gummy bear. They should be about the same size, so I'm just going to measure it once. But I have my ruler, I have my gummy bear. You're going to measure how tall it is. So mine is, oh, that's centimeters. You can use centimeters, you can use inches. I actually think I might use centimeters. So mine is 2 centimeters tall. So for the red one, it's 2 centimeters tall. Then you're going to measure how wide it is. So like just its feet, measure across the feet. It's about 1 centimeter for me. So 1 centimeter wide. And then I actually want to measure how thick it is too. So just put it on its side. So here's its little face. Just put it on its side and measure this part. So that's about 1 centimeter too. So 1 centimeter thick. So you can do this for all of the gummy bears to really get accurate results. If you have a kitchen scale, you can also see how much it weighs. But I'm just gonna stick with how tall, how wide, and how thick it is. And I've done this experiment before, so they're basically all the same, but you might have different size gummy bears in yours, so please make sure to still measure each one. And next, so what we're gonna do next is we are just going to plop our colors in. Oh, sorry, actually no, we have to make our solution. So what we're gonna do is grab your water and your water cup and just pour about just a little bit, maybe like, what is that, 1, 2, 3, like a fourth of it. So the water gummy bear is actually your control gummy bear. The rest of the ones are going to be our experiment, but the water one is our control. So nothing, we're just going to leave it as is. Then next we have our salt. So you do put the same amount of water. And then you're going to put a tablespoon of salt and mix it in and dissolve. So here's my tablespoon of salt. I mix it in. And just go ahead and wait until it's dissolved. So that is salt. Make sure you're putting it in the correctly labeled cup. So now sugar is the next one. So again, put about the same amount. And then another tablespoon of sugar. Same thing. And dissolve. Okay. And our last one is going to be vinegar. I think you can use any kind of vinegar, apple cider vinegar, regular white vinegar, and just pour the same amount you would for the water. There you go. Feel free to eat some gummy bears now, because once we put them in the solutions, please do not eat the gummy bears. All right, so we measured each one, we made our solutions. Now we're gonna put our correct colors into our cups. So for the water, I said it was going to be red, so here we go, just plop it right in. For salt, I said it was going to be green. Here's my green one, plop it right in. Bloop, bloop. Sugar, I said was going to be yellow. So here we go, plop it. And then vinegar is orange. So, bloop. All right, so those are our 4 cups. And now what you're gonna do is you're just gonna leave them alone, keep them in like a room temperature place, and come back and see them in about 12 to 18 hours. If you wanna make observations right now about what they look like, let's see, the water one, nothing's really happening, it's just there. There's maybe a bubble next to the head, but that's about it. The salt one is pretty hard to see because it's cloudy. Also, nothing's really happening right now. The sugar, nothing super happening right now. And the vinegar either, nothing's really happening. But if you see little bubbles, go ahead and mark it down. If you see something happening immediately, go ahead and mark it down. So that is what you're gonna do. You're gonna leave it as is, and then we're gonna come back to 12 to 18 hours. So what I have are, I've already done this experiment yesterday, so I can demonstrate and show you what happens after 12 to 18 hours. These, I believe, have been sitting out for about 16 hours. So I'm going to show you what happened to our gummy bears. So I have my 4 gummy bears here, and we're going to start with the water. So remember, the water gummy bear is this one. So this is my water gummy bear. So you can see it here. It already looks pretty big, but I'm going to show you on this side too. It took up a lot. Now remember, here's my water one that I just did. You can already see a difference. So I'm going to slowly take it out, gently, because these will fall apart. And I'm going to put it in a cup. So here already, sorry, I'm going to put it on a plate. So here you already see how big this gummy bear is based on the spoon. And I'm going to put the little green one side by side. Look at how huge that is. So I'm going to put it on a plate, and we'll come back and I'll show you the plate with all of them side by side. There's the water one. And the reason the water one got so big is because usually sugary candies dissolve in water. Like if you take a Skittle or even just pure sugar candy and you put it in water, eventually it'll just completely dissolve, right? But gummy bears are the exception here. They don't dissolve in water, at least right away. This is because they're made with gelatin. So when gummy bears are made, gelatin and water, both of them are heated and they're mixed, and you get that jello like when you make it at home. The water kind of boils away. As it cools, the water leaves the candy and the candy hardens and becomes gummy and chewy. And that's how gummy bears are made. So the gummy bear in the water, which again, I'm going to show you here, got so much bigger. You see that? Look how big it is. So it got so much bigger because of osmosis. So osmosis is the ability for water to be absorbed through a selectively permeable membrane. So the thing is, oh, my gummy bear slid away. So the thing is, gummy bears have selectively permeable membranes. And what does this mean? What does selectively permeable mean? So that means that the cell that it's in is surrounded by a membrane that protects it, but it has little tiny holes that allow water to pass through, like water molecules. So it allows little things to pass through, but the big stuff like sugar or salt can't really go inside or leave it. So it's really just the water coming in or coming out. So that is our control here. So we see that this is just plain water, and what happened, that gummy bear absorbed it and all the water molecules expanded and it just got bigger. Okay, now let's see our salts. So here is the gummy bear. This one doesn't look too different from the one that we did. So it's kind of hard to see here, but I'm going to take it out. So here we go. It is white, so it's definitely even harder to see. This was my last white one, so I couldn't make comparisons. So here is our gummy bear. Does it look different? Let's see. I'm going to use a yellow one since it's the closest. And here we go. So it got just a tiny bit bigger. And the reason this happens here is because the gummy bear in the water solution, so we have our salt water solution, and we dissolved it. The gummy bear is still trying to absorb all that water, but the salt particles are too big, and so it can't really go in, but the gummy bear is still trying to like push water out to even out the water that it's surrounding. So they're trying to just get even water all across the board. So that's why it is not as big as the pure water gummy bear, but it still got a little bit bigger. So I'm going to put a yellow one just here next to it so you can see. All right, now let's see what happened with the sugar gummy bear. So this one is the sugar gummy bear. Let's see it from the side. I'm going to take it out. So here is the gummy bear in the sugar water solution. Let me try to place it down. There we go. All right, so here it is. And here's our normal sized gummy bear. So again, it got bigger. I'm gonna put it right next to our control. And the last one that we're going to look at is the vinegar solution. So here is my vinegar solution. Now let's see what's going on with this gummy bear. Oh, this one's very gooey. It's very hard to flip over. Oh, I'm going to just put it on the plate and show you guys the plates. I'm going to move these so you can see. All right, so here's the vinegar one. Bring it up. So here is vinegar, and it's compared to the size. So this also got huge. This one got so big. But it's actually, you can see a bunch of parts of that gummy bear are dissolving. So the thing is, vinegar is a solution of acid. So even though the gummy bear got bigger because it's absorbing the water molecules, that the little bit that are in the vinegar, you can see that it's dissolving because the acid is dissolving the membrane. But look at how big it is. So what you want to do next to really see the changes, even though we put our gummy bears right next to it, you can take your ruler and you can measure each one and to see how much bigger it got. So I'm just going to measure one just so we can see, but please measure each one because in science, we have to make exact measurements and we do each and every one. So I had centimeters before, so I'm going to measure. So let's see. Oh, this one's now 2 centimeters. What was it? 2 centimeters wide. And let's see how tall it was. Remember when we put our gummy bear in, they were 1 centimeter. Now we have, now it's 3 centimeters tall instead of 2 centimeters tall. And let's see how thick it is. Now it's 1.5 centimeters thick. So it got big all the way around. So here we go. So again, all the gummy bears expanded because of osmosis. And the gummy bears are made of sugar, water, and gelatin. And like a sponge, the gummy bears absorb all the water, and but the gelatin keeps the membrane intact, keeps it from dissolving. But then the vinegar, which was the acidic solution, almost completely dissolves the gelatin that's around the membrane, and that's why it's just. I mean, I could just go like this, and it goes right through the gummy bear. Ooh. Okay. So what does this have to do with you? You know, like this is fun. This is a fun experiment. Gummy bear osmosis, really fun to see. You can use other liquids if you want to try it. Orange juice, maybe cranberry juice is a different kind of acid. Maybe other solutions, maybe put it in more water, a different candy, but that'll just be more sugar water. Or add more or less of the solutions, more or less sugar, more or less salt. There's lots of ways to experiment with this. But so right, what does this have to do with me? So osmosis works the exact same way for your cells as it does for the gummy bear. When you sweat a lot, you lose water, right? You get all that condensation, you're just losing all that water. Osmosis takes over and it starts to pull water out of your cells, which is not a good thing, right? We don't want the water taken out, we want to keep the water in. But now that the water left your cells, the concentration of salt has increased. So it's really, really important that you drink tons and tons and tons of water, especially when you're exercising, to stay healthy. Because again, that you're losing all of that water and the salt is trying to get in. And so you need to hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Plants also use osmosis to absorb water from the soil. So the roots of a plant have a higher concentration than the surrounding soil. So water flows right in through the roots. So it's absorbing it right from all that soil after the rainfall. So that is osmosis with gummy bears. Now I'm going to show you something really cool. So like I said, you can use different kinds of water or solutions to do this. I did a gummy bear using tonic water. So I used tonic water. And again, the gummy bear got bigger because it's still water, so it got very huge. But what's fun about tonic water is it has something in it that will cause your gummy bear to glow in the dark. So I'm going to take the water one. So this is our regular water one, and then this is tonic water. And if you happen to have like a UV light, I am going to show you how cool it is to see the difference in these. So I'm going to move these over. And I'll put it on the plate too so you can see. But I'm going to turn off my light real quick, and then I'm going to come back and use this UV light so you can really see how. So 1 second. All right, so we're back. There's a little bit of light from the iPad here, so I'm just going to move them up. So again, this is our regular water one, and this is the tonic water. Ready? Oh, what is happening? Which one is glowing way more? The tonic water. Look at how cool this looks. Look at this tonic water. Look at how much it's glowing. Compared to, again, let me show you the water one. Not glowing as much. But immediately you can see which one glows more. Let me turn the light back on. So that's a really fun way also to encourage other explorations of different liquids. And the tonic water is just really fun. Do not eat these gummy bears. You can eat the one in water, but it won't taste so great. The tonic water one is very bitter, so you do not want to eat it. But it's really cool to take out all of the gummy bears and just kind of see them glow. So I'm gonna take out the tonic water gummy bear again. And I think I can do this without turning off the lights. It might still work. Because I forgot to do this before. Let's see if we can guess. No, let me turn off the lights. Okay, let's see if you can guess which one is the tonic water gummy bear. I mean, which one? If you said this one, you are correct. So that was Gummy Bear Osmosis with a little extra glow in the dark taste of really fun stuff to do. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was really fun to show all of the gummy bears and the changes and talk to you about the science and showing the glow in the dark gummy bears. Please, thank you for coming to and watching this video, but please remember to come back every Monday for more Make It Monday videos that we are going to share with you. And also on our website, on the events, we have a lot more virtual programs that you can sign up for. And one of them includes kitchen science, which this is one of the ones for kitchen science. We also have Earth Engineers, which has been a really fun one, and a lot of STEAM story times in general, along with all the branches doing their own virtual programming. So thank you. I hope to see you again next time. I hope you enjoyed this, and bye.